Just thinking about how effed up I am. Just thinking about how deep of effed up it's. I guess the whole 9/11 scars thing, just my scar issue, my whole head issue, and the scars that were just effed up and putting them there. It was just a plastic surgeon did that. The comment says the effed up. You know, who effed you up? You're effed up. So it's there seems to need to be this. I need to be effed up. Like the people think I'm all effed up, or in a certain manner I have to, and this weight has to somehow like I'm not effed up. The weight equals I'm not effed up, and I'm effed up. So the more effed up I get, the more not effed up I am in a certain manner. It's this kind of ways out. So in order for me to get better at the good things, or whatever the hell I consider to be good things, I have to get more effed up in other fashions. The old characteristic weights, you know, and it's my head has a huge weight, you know, effed up. So I think I was talking yesterday. This tattoo is just an abomination. It's going to go down as one of the biggest F jobs ever conducted on roller. And I warned him. I said I always have a bad time with working on my head. And he was just so confident. It's just amazing how confident this guy was. Everything was going to be fine. And that's the thing. He effed me up, and it had to equal out because in some other characteristic on the other side of the scale, I'm better at something. I'm better at not being effed up. And it's like all the Jeff firms. Boy, they're effing you up, Roller. You need to get that. He's effed up, man. How's it? I mean, this was like 8 years ago. I was like, man, I can hear people thinking, hey, how has he not killed himself right now? And that was 8 years ago. I think they can't believe what they've seen in the past year. I mean, it's like you can't get any more like that. Feel that look. You can't do any more than that. It's like, where do you go from there? So all the bendovers, you know, Roller, they're effing you up, man. You're getting effed. It's all happy. It's all fun when it makes sense and you get to sit back and laugh. But what's happened to you, man? Let me tell you, it's horrible. You can't think of it as a joke at that point when it's happening. Gotta have the good with the bad, you know. Oh, shoot. Oh. Yes, and I am in heaven right now, yes. I experimented with, I got this nug. I guess it's like the best stuff, 22% THC. By the way, I don't think the THC is what makes it better. I don't think that's what makes weed so good. But my scar issue, my whole head issue, and the scars there were just effed up. But Just thinking about how, but I don't think the THC is what makes it bad. I don't think that's what makes weed so good. God's a hippie. God's a hippie. I don't even know what it is. I look it up on YouTube. What a hippie is. I think they wear those weird outfits. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I suppose like Back to the Forrest Gump, the lady. I said Back to the Future for some reason. The lady in Forrest Gump, I think that was a hippie. She was living a hippie life there. And yet, hippie is more, it seems like hippie is more attractive to the viewing audience that, oh, God's a hippie. Now we can maybe stomach him for a little bit, you know? For some reason, it's like a soft place to land, you know? Being a hippie. It's like, oh, these guys are just trying to be happy. Hippie happy? Is that where that comes from? I just love how I just love how it's so entertaining on it. The way that I wish I could whip this out when I'm thinking it. But it's just so there's all these different angles and approach. What role? And it's so wonderfully done. Whoever did that, yeah, how it spins all together and all these different angles. It's just. And it's just marvel at the intelligence that wrote that, you know? You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. It's like, who wrote that? I mean, it's just so intelligent, you know? I just love how it does that. And it's so cool. I think that was a heavenly moment. I think I experienced. That was so. That's what I'm saying. I was just in heaven, I guess. It's that coolness. It just brings this feeling. It's just, I can't describe. And I'm guessing that laughter, when you laugh from this stuff, the laughter brings some kind of, healing in itself. They say, laughter brings health and stuff. And So you're happy about life. You're laughing. It's feeding back to even make you healthy. That's a form of maybe godly powers. It's laughter is godly powers. You know, I don't know. It's a healing thing. You know. I just there's things that I've recorded. I had a clip earlier. Somehow in there, I don't know how I do it, but I'll hit the stop button, or the computer flips out, or the program flips or something. I don't even know it, but I look back and it's not recording. So I don't even know how long it's not been recording for. And I don't know what I said necessarily. That's kind of why I'm recording, because I'm not sure what I'm saying. So 4 minutes, I looked it up. For about 4 minute gap was missing. It's possible I said some things in there that are very like mysteriously solve the puzzle, right? How to make this work? How do we turn them this way? The puzzle. What's the puzzle that makes Chris Roller the ultimate result? And how do we change that puzzle to make it our flavor? You know, of and anyways, so I don't know what I'm saying in there, but it looks like I'll never know what I said, and it was probably very important. And the only way to look back in time is if we're able to if we're able to jump back to the past and record it, which one day I know we'll be able to do. It's just how long. And at that point, the show will then it'll be a shot of here's what he said. Here's why it was missing in that 4 minute gap. This was whatever he said was so important that it wasn't meant for 100 years, and it would explain it all. And it'd be all like, aha, oh, cool. That was so cool. I did that, yeah. And the way it spun that, you know. And it'd be like this heavenly moment for everybody, you know, how it all intertwined, and how we couldn't have that piece of information until that final moment. The moment when we needed it, and it was who intelligent wrote it such that it would time out at 96 years later, and it would be so perfect, fit in the movie so perfectly. And you go, ah, that's so cool, whoever did that, you know? Yeah, Smallville's the series that I just thought was phenomenal. The people that wrote that, they have a talent. And I'd like to get those guys would be good. I think that Bobcat Goldthwait might be somebody to get for. He's worked on Jimmy Kimmel and Man Show and the Puppet, Crank Anchors. And I think we're going to have puppets in my show whenever we have like these nasty stuff that you can't well, there's scenes that are going to be, I'm not even sure you can do it with puppets, but I think you can pull it off and put it on Showtime or something, or one of those channels where it's they show a little more. It's just, you know, I think the show mine had a long time ago. I wrote this SPD email, which had in there, oh yeah, it's gonna then the demons are gonna gangbang the FBI in the butt, you know. This is I guess a form of sort of entertainment or punishment for, depending on how you look at it. And you got some more show that I'm on Showtime with puppets, I think, you know, and I think Bobcat will figure out a way to make it look right. Looks funny at the same time, you know. And I guess what happens, I made that up in the script, and then I guess somebody made it actually happen for real. So all my scripts turned out to be true. See, all my jokes in my SPD emails, like 50 of them, they turned out to be true because somebody was making it happen up in La La Land. This is before I realized that you could sort of do this stuff, and what was happening, It was just making so much funny when I find out that this stuff actually happened, and I go, oh no, and then I laughed, and it just sounds so funny, you know. Like, who would have wrote that, you know? You know, how entertaining that somebody would make my scripts actually happen. Oh, how thoughtful. How entertaining. Oh. Oh, shoot. I tell you, I've been a bad boy. I have to admit. The stuff I learned in 2004. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I went to hell in many fashions, folks, and I made some spells out there that probably actually be going up. But I think I need to be a bad boy. That's what I'm learning, is that I need to be bad. I need to be bad in one fashion, make the characteristics such. And I think the bad I need to be is not give anybody anything. I think that would be a good thing, but if I don't do it, that's the one bad thing that I can be bad on, and it actually isn't flavored right, that I can actually, if I'm going to be bad, that's maybe one way of being bad. When you say you punish your children, well, you're actually doing good to them, and it's just for their own good. The punishment makes them better. And that's the way that I need to be bad, and I probably need to find other characteristics and weights, so that I become more bad in certain fashions, because it looks like I need to be an SOB in a certain fashion. The greatest guy and then the biggest SOB. And somebody to do this at the same time. You know. So that's the trick. That's why I'm such a. Believe me, man. I've been such a bad boy. Just so pissed off last 4 years. Nothing was happening. God. It kind of makes sense now. I had to do it. I had to be bad. Oh. And I'll have to be bad in a different characteristic in the future. As I stopped being bad. I think it was Thanksgiving of last year, something like that. At least not as bad. I have, this thing ends and I go to heaven. I do apologize, folks. Just accept that it has to happen. I have to be bad in some stupid fashion or another, and just it's just the way it is. I don't know. Something tells me that it's going to change in the future, where I don't have to. For every good a woman gives me, I get to have an equal amount of bad. It doesn't sound like. It sounds like that will change in the future. I'm not sure when. And maybe it's with certain people it'll be different. Like it'll be hit and miss. Who can be good only to me, and maybe it'll be those few that are bad only to me. And otherwise, there might be some that are in the middle. You know, good, bad. Calling up skills in the met him at the Legion in Savage.
Thank you for calling 952-484-7327. Please leave a detailed message along with your phone number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, and have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Skills, hey, it's Chris Roller. We talked at the Legion. last Saturday, I think it was, for an hour or two. I did check with the radio station, and they haven't gotten back to me yet. I asked them about, like, maybe doing an hour show or something. Anyways, give me a call back at 507-637-0918. Thank you. Bye. Hey, Scott.
Yeah. Just was going to tell you that I'm just leaving Morton. Mine and Luke's to get haircuts, so that's what took so long. But
You go to Morton for your haircut?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just so expensive in Redwood now that we go to Sarah on Tuesdays. If we go, that's her special day where the prices are cheap. So she's good. She does a good job.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah. I cut my own hair. I guess
Do you with the razor or what? Clipper?
Clipper. Yeah. I've got like a Flowbee kind of device called what's it called? Oh, it's not.
Where you hook a vacuum up to it?
Yep. It's not a Flowbee. It's an other brand.
Yeah. I see Flobies.
Yeah. So, what was it calling for?
How was your karaoke thing this weekend?
It went pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, I know it. I was just thinking, I was chatting with this guy, and it's like I just go back to the past. You remember back in 2004? It seems like I had a lot of death threats on me, right? And posting this babe list, and I'm getting all these. So there's danger in what I was doing, right? And it's like, we must kill him. That's pretty much the psychic impression I was getting. We must kill him. and lately, I just feel that I'm telling everybody that, I'm gonna put Redwood Falls on the map with my story, And I just think that now you didn't think that you would want Roller dead anymore. It's the Redwood Falls is going on the map thanks to Chris Roller. Oh my God, he gets to tell the story. We must kill. Now we really must kill, Are you with me?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking.
You didn't offend any girls when you were in the city this weekend, did you?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. Well, I offend them with my face. I have to actually go. You know what I'm saying? Some girl saw me. I'm not sure. You have to conduct the poll, I guess. Crap. What was I saying? What were we saying? Help me.
Well, you were talking about your babe list thing.
So basically, what I'm saying is basically, I can only imagine just the level of pissed off that people are out there now at me. I can only, the fact that I'm going to blab. And I was just thinking of you, Scott. I said, this is not going to look. I got a feeling if Scott never wanted to kill me before, he might want to kill me now because I'm going to be talking about some weird ass shit that was alleging with Scott Hammerschmidt, and he's probably not going to like that. And if and
So you're gonna put this on the internet or your webpage or?
this is in the movie. In 4 years, I'm going to have this in a series.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to make a
But then
movie.
if you're well, yeah, if you're gonna offend all your friends or the people that you care about, why do you do that then?
Well, I guess I wouldn't do that. For some reason, I was thinking that it would be cool to do that.
Oh,
Because you want to tell the story. You want to tell, because it makes it entertaining. Sometimes the bad crap is entertaining.
well, you know, on TV it always is. I mean, at least that's what sells. All of the Dog the Bounty Hunter, and all those other ones.
So you don't
You
think?
know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. So
So you
But-
don't think that the horrible, the stuff you'd be. Yeah, send the stuff. I haven't posted you on the internet. That's not my plan. The thing is, the show I want to be able to post eventually, and I guess it comes down to this. I guess I don't know. What do you do when it's entertaining?
Uh-huh.
What happened with us is entertainment. The thing is, and it's serious entertainment. The thing is it's also can be very embarrassing,
Well, can you hold a sec? My wife's calling me. I think I might have lost her, but just let me check.
Okay.
Hello? No.
Hello, this is Donald Trump.
Are you there?
Yeah, this is Chris.
Okay. No, I lost her.
My Donald Trump isn't too good, I guess. I have no idea how to do impressions, really. Gotta go to school on that.
Huh.
But
Jesus.
anyway, so I don't know, man.
Just wait, let me grab this call again.
Okay. Doing a program in Delphi here, trying a little bit of that. Trying to fix my 1020 game. Add a few things to it. I guess I was pulled here for Delphi to maybe talk about this little, this little software thing. I've already given up my $1 trillion ideas. This one's probably worth a few million, maybe a billion. And I'm pretty sure it's doable, and it's not done, I don't think. And so here we go. Guess I'll talk about this. What I did is, well, I have a good knowledge of programming in Delphi, but there's still some things that I never really got around to doing. So I conducted enough tests to find out that, here's the thing is, I want to create a debugger, how to say this here, a debugger, it's an editor debugger, the editor's usually debugger, that wow, I lost it. Editor debugger so that you can debug itself. You want to be able to have look at it. You want an IDE that looks at the IDE program itself. So usually I was using Visual, freepascal.com or .org or something. That's actually, it's got the editor, code for the editor, and so you can use the editor to debug itself. And in there, I was just trying to find I think I'm telling you the pieces that I need to go to the big structure, how it works, what it's doing. You want to, every time you run a program, you debug a program, you run it. By the way, that what I said is the pieces for about, I'm describing the overall picture right now. So here it is, you run up the program, and in order to get out of there and debug and change it and run it again, you have to get out completely out of the app, and then get into the app. And you have to restart it over all again. And that can take time. Some of these programs are big and time consuming. So, what I was thinking is why not why not keep it going? Boy, this is hard to describe. Give me a second here. So when you run it, it goes into memory. Okay, let's try to describe this. What you do is you recompile it in another program, and you throw it into memory, and you tell a code thing to start here in the same place. And essentially, the changes are in place in the new code, and I've messed around enough to be able to do that. I've take the jumper and I jump over to the new code. So I've pasted in the new code and run it. And there's probably other little glitches, technical things you got to take care of. But basically, I'm pretty sure it's doable right now. But whether, and if it could work, if it's quick enough, then it's going to be big money. The thing, because you hate getting out of the program completely. Well, why not recompile? You're running, you throw in the new changes, you take the pointer, you say over here, right where it was left off, and you continue on. And the stack pointer stays the same, it should stay the same. And the only difference, the only problem I ran into, and I haven't got to that, is that so the debug is set up at breakpoints in this memory right here. Well, you have to tell it to change down here to the new ones. And so, in the trick, one of the biggest tricks in this is to have a compare program that knows, and it's not that big a deal. There's usually a mapper that gets made whenever you compile. You get the mapper and you compare. Somehow you compare. You know what was there before and a difference. So you use a difference tool to get the differences, know the differences, and then you just modify the pointers to the appropriate spot, or the breakpoints in the appropriate spot down here according to those changes in that differencing algorithm. And then so you have breakpoints that are set up there. You also got a lot of pointers in memory on the heap. So you get another problem is on the heap is you've got you got a lot of pieces of memory, and you don't exactly know where those are at. This is kind of what I ran into as well. I realized that seemed like getting all the pieces of the heap was very time consuming. You had to get a full spectrum of what you had to search it all. You had to go after you got to run these heap commands, and it seemed like that took forever. So I didn't get past that point yet, but once you say you get past that, or that you know where all the pieces are, you almost have to organize the heap so that you know exactly where things are at. And what you got to do in that heap, once you get all the pieces, you need to go through, and everything has to be an object. So I wasn't sure if Delphi, everything's an object. So you got pointers in Delphi. You can have stuff in memory that's a pointer, a record that was allocated. And so that's the problem, is that you almost need to have everything be an object, related, inherited from object. That way you know what it is and what characteristic, because you want to be able to change inside of it all the pointers inside of it to point to the new. See, that's too time consuming. You have to go inside every object, determine what it is, what pointers it's got in its record, in its class structure, and then reassign those to the new place in memory. And you have to traverse all of memory. Now that might not be, you have to know, the heap has to be able to know something has to be have a map, know what the heap is, so that you can instantly go to all the places in the heap, in the memories, and change this stuff quickly. Because I don't think that's going to take that long. Now that I'm thinking about it, as long as you know where everything is in memory, you just find those records, and pretty much I'm pretty sure that somehow you have to know the characteristics of that record. If you don't have an object, and that you have to somehow know the characteristics of the record, so that you can go through and find out which ones are pointers or classes, or related to pointers of some sort, pointers. And you have to reassign that. I guess if it's in the old spot, old memories code, you look and if it's in there, you remap it, and then basically once you've remapped everything. And I may not have touched on everything you need to remap, but or it may be close. I was just thinking, if you haven't modified the PE structure of PE file, by the way, I'm only talking Windows here, so PE file, in there it's got like resources for pictures and stuff are normally located inside the structure, and it would have to be some way of making sure that if you have incorporated new resources, that somehow that gets back in the memory and you reassign how that is mapped. And there's other things that I'm not touching on. I'm sure that I'm missing some stuff. But the more I got into this, the more I realize that it's a little bit over my head. I know there's guys out there that know exactly what I'm talking about that can see if this thing can be done. Probably the free Delphi. I'm guessing the free Pascal is the way to go, because you sort of need to go you need to be low level. You need to be able to add assembly language in there, and free Pascal can do that. Delphi can do that. C# can't. Assembler can. And what's the reason for the low level? Oh, actually, I'm not sure you need to be low level. Actually, now that I think about it. It's interesting trying to be technical in this state, because when I first did this, I could barely move the mouse around. Now, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like that. It was anything technical on a calculator. I couldn't multiply 2800 times 38 when I was messed up. It was all technical crap was out the door. And now I'm talking pretty intelligently here, and I'm high right now. So that's gone quite a ways. See, in a lot of fashion, I'm less effed up than I used to be. In another sense, I'm more effed up, you know. And it seems to be the different weights are changing, and everybody's flavor. If you were to take a poll, yeah, he's effed up in a certain characteristic, and they give a poll of this characteristic they think is what's more effed up, and it would all somehow weigh out throughout the world. And I'm guessing it's going to be like 50-50. Effed up and not effed up. I tell you, one of the most entertaining 24 hours had to be that Rhonda lady from New Ulm. I mean, just a nut. And then I got my tire slashed, and it was just so crazy, man. And that's entertainment. That's a wild animal. I tell you, I've met some wild animals, but that one's a wild ass. We got to interview her. We got to put her on my talk show once a year. Jimmy Kimmel always has these kind of weird acting dudes, man. That might be hired for all I know, but that one werewolf, the Chewbacca guy, he could be hired for all I know, the way he conducts himself, because it looks like he's being genuine. It looks like he's not making up, trying to be weird on purpose. It looks like it's natural. So maybe he is messed up on weed or something when he does that. But I've actually become very much more intelligent on this weed stuff. Anyways, let's go back to this program thing. See if what. So the idea here is, and that way, if you're running the app and you don't have to get out of it, say it's a big app, it takes a while to unload and everything, and then reload it. If you can find a way to say, hey, I'm going to trick it to run the new code and modify everything so that it points and works perfectly with the new code. Then you've got yourself a cool invention, very profitable. And I just don't know whether. So hopefully I get credit for this. I'm logging the time here. That is accurate. It's going to go up to the web. I got a feeling that people are listening to this somehow before I even post to the web. So I'm not sure how they do that, but Jeff, if you're out there, buddy, I need you to look at this web video, man. I need some help getting these patents, man. Jeez, dude, help me, help me. Yeah, I can drive a car now, no problem. But I mean, early on, it was be like, you got to be kidding me. You want to actually drive? I mean, it was a wild ride. It was cool at the same time. It was cool. Something I'll probably never experience again. But I remember it well. It's a very memorable event. This euphoric that you almost like everything's shaking. And I probably won't be able to experience that again. But it's not, it's. But each stage is a different flavor, and it's all cool how it can always be, you can feel it. It's got a flavor of coolness that's fitting and different and makes it intelligent how you can have all these different flavors in the world of heavenly. So what was I saying about anything else to add to this thing? I'm sure I'll add a little more, but it would really take down the time of development. Now, Delphi was just kicking it as far as the compiler and everything going quick, but you still had to get out of the app. Every time you still had to break out, and like I say, that can take some time. And I mean, if you can minimize compile time, you can make programs even that much quicker to make. If you can eliminate the down and compile and up, if you're just compiling, throwing in, reassigning, and running, it doesn't seem like that can be quick. I think that can be very quick. Very quick. Be very quick, rapid development. I mean, it's nice right now, but it can be even a little quicker. For some reason, I thought you needed to be low level, so C# wasn't quite low enough. But I think that's changed. I think that thinking's changed, where as long as C# can do pointer assignments, it shouldn't be a problem. I forget how low level that was. You can make objects equal to each other, you can assign objects, but can you actually get down to the pointer manipulation and adding up to a pointer and stuff? I'm not sure. I'm not sure in C# can you do that. But all the compilers would be able to do this. And the thing is, so that's it in a nutshell. Also, this would be, give me a second, here's another part that goes with that. Oh, and this would be a second patent, actually 2 patents or so, or at least something like that. You know, just two major ideas here. But oh, and I just lost it. Give me a second here. Right now, it seems like nobody's making it. People make these interpreters of code. So you paste code like Microsoft's. Let me see what they got. They got Microsoft scripts. I forget what it's. You could you would install some kind of script editor inside Microsoft products, whether it be PowerPoint or I think it's all based on the same language, VB script or something. But that works out pretty well. That's interpreted code. That's interpreted code inside there that they run the script. Now, what would be kind of cool is if they could actually run itself. So, what I'm saying is you bring along the exe itself is able to have the compiler in there. It runs the code that was on the fly. Runs the code on the fly. Okay. See, I'm being told that somehow they already know. Somehow people already know. It's a psychic thing. Oh yeah, we heard you. We got something. So it sounds like it might be onto something. Sounds like. And I just forgot what I was talking about. Give me a second here. Somehow they're able to listen to me. And they're working on it. It would just take down development time, big time, if you don't have to get out of the app and you want to get back in it. Yeah. Now, back to the second portion. You have this code that you want to, so instead of this being interpreted, you are actually able to compile itself Delphi code. Say Delphi. I got the Delphi compiler embedded in my exe so that it's built into the exe so that I can, export it into a file and run it, compile the code, and then slip it into a module. This may have to, I'm not sure you can touch the code base, so you may have this where you have to copy it. See, I was able to copy it to a new place, and I don't think you can modify this code up here, but the new stuff down here you can modify. Why do I want to modify it? Oh, you want to be able to somehow tell it to, well, not modify it, but you just be able to tell it. Okay, that modifying was important, but it may not necessarily involve right now. Where you want to jump this code into your currency, so at some point you have a subroutine that says run this code, and it runs assembly. It's not running an interpreted language. It's not running a program that interprets this. It's running itself that was compiled with the compiler. So you got this chunk of memory code in the memory, and somehow this all just came to me just now, is that this is somehow related to being a self-aware machine, a self-aware computer. This is how we can get them to that point, almost like a Mr. Roboto thing. This is kind of almost a Terminator thing. That if a program can run itself and get back in itself, it can. So it's got itself and so you don't even need a separate compiler in the exe. You could actually put the compiler inside the program and actually run a subroutine or a DLL, DLL or something, and you run it, and it runs itself, and then it makes itself better, and it somehow can be self-aware. This just occurred to me. This is actually another patent, maybe. This is getting more interesting, but you become more self-aware. Oh God! I mean, that almost scares me a little bit. This Terminator thing that if it's able to know what is best for itself, or what's the final goal. If it has a programming that says, here's what your final goal is, let's get there, it can run tests on itself, and run tests. See, I just didn't see it out there. I didn't see, this is definitely something, I actually had 2 things, or 3 even, but the compiler, everybody's making an interpreter. Instead, why not bring along your compiler and compile itself and put it back in there and find a link that you can jump and run the code. And somehow you can even make this code be able to talk to internal codes inside of here, like subroutines, to be able to talk in here to know where subroutines are run, and not just like DLL links, but actually run the code itself. That somehow the linker will be able to tell the linker, it'll be able to know where to go up here. That can be done too, somehow. I know it can. I know it can. It's just it takes some work. It's not simple. But I just know there's a lot more experienced coders out there than I. So I don't know, man. Hopefully I get some credit for this stuff. That's an important one too. That's the second one, and third one in there. And you know how it works. It's you find little intricacies that you want to patent this, so that the idea, and hopefully that you can cover yourself. You know, and I'm looking to all go out there and praying that Jeff's listening. You know, Jeff's got some money. He can make this shit happen. Oh. Anyways, I seem to have gotten everything out. It appears that I feel like I've let everything out. I seem to have a natural ability to be able to somehow know what's left to tell. It's almost like there's lines to be told, and it's coming to me, and it's like I've now completed my lines. And like a lot of my videos, it seems like I say all the right stuff. It seems like I'm a really good speaker. I don't need a freaking teleprompter. I just give me some crib notes, and I should be an outline, and I pretty much. The thing is I can't almost rehearse it. I cannot rehearse it. I almost have to just go off the fly because it comes out the best the first time. Like I'll think about it ahead of time, but then it'll say it differently. That's like amazing. It's like I've always my jokes. I never like try to repeat the same thing. So it's the way it works. It's the way I find myself entertaining is by spinning it differently. You entertain yourself in a different way. You've made a different joke in a different manner, and that was flavorful. How you could spin it a little different way and still get a different flavor of enjoyment. Yeah, man, they're hearing me. They're hearing me psychically or through this camera or something. But I hope I get credit for this. I think I've got a year to file a patent on this now that I published it. But there's actually two or three things in there that the big ones. And I'm pretty sure that the easiest way I think that free Pascal is the way to do it. I'm not sure C#'s got the pointer manipulation you're going to need. Take a break here. The learning portion where it becomes self-aware, if you can compile itself, let me see if I can talk to this here. If you can compile it, and in this guy, you're running this code, but if it can then modify itself and then run it again, like again, take the code and you're rerunning new code now. And if it can do it right, it sort of know, and it sort of knows how to learn. I was just thinking, so somehow there's a learning of a learning of a learning. You can like learn like dimensions deep, like 100 or so, a lot. Like somehow there's a nested level. You can learn at a certain level, like more abstract here. Say, well, this is you live. This one says live. This one says, well, your heartbeat and your brain works, and then the heart branches off, and it's like, well, synapse in the brain, like more level detail. How does it work? How do the beats? Well, synapses tell it to fire from the brain to the spinal cord and to the heart. And then you describe how that works. And at each stage, it's programmed to learn on that level. Somehow it's So here I thought I wasn't recording, and I come here and it's recording, so I'll stop and I'll record here. The learning portion where it becomes self-aware. I was just thinking about weed and how it's like I saw some videos about different flavors of weed. They bring it to you like you have a menu selection of different kind of weeds to try, and I love that. I just love that idea. I just that's right. I knew it's like I knew things all about it. I just knew instinctively. Then I'm finding out I'm right. That there's different flavors of weed. I knew that. I was like, these are different weeds. So I'm guessing there was like 100 or even 1,000 samples to choose from. And you take your selection, and it's like it's going to introduce this new special property, magical property of some sort, or it gives you a superpower that does this, it gives you this ability or this ability. Be a painter or be a computer whiz or be a physicist or something. I'm trying to remember what I was just talking about. Boy, the thoughts are going. It's hard to grasp on. I'm trying to pull them in and spit them out. Oh. It's weird because I'm thinking, I need to talk about something. I need to talk about this, but I couldn't quite get the, or committed to actually doing it. Or at least enough to get the muscles to move to get spit it out, That's weird. That's kind of weird. Kind of interesting how I can do that, That's what makes it kind of cool. There's different ways that it... or the weed gives you different characteristics of some sort, special power or ability or whatever. Characteristics, another, a characteristic. And then we have, so then it's like a potion, you smoke a little weed, or this certain special weed, and it might be different, like this weed might be a little different acting, and so it could be this, so it'd be a variety, it could be 5 things, based on a sample of what happened, and then you get one of those 5, and it wasn't the one. Big complex mess of question mark. What are you going to get with this? And it sounds like a game. It sounds like a video game, Certain weed gives you a special characteristic, and it might not be exact. It might be a 1 of 5 or 1 of 10 or so. And so in that kind of in order to get you tried that branch to get the power you needed, so you try this other branch to get, and it's very entertaining how it finally ended up being that one, you know, the one you needed. You get it. It's like you're getting a superpower from a weed, but you're not exactly sure which one and which path. Yeah, Erica's going to go down as the biggest hero. Who would get God on weed and enough of it to understand what it's about? Boy, I was thinking so good there. I wanted to get it out. I'll catch it later. This comes so quick sometimes. So I took tonight. So the second session was kryptonite because I had mentioned it. I figured, well, this is maybe a time to do kryptonite. Somehow it's related to Mr. Roboto or Terminator, or machines kind of thing. And you know, kryptonite, is it bad for me? I don't know. It's sometimes bad can be good, so I'm not sure whether one day we'll have a vote on it, whether you guys think so or not, whether I should do any more of that stuff. I'll probably do a lot of voting stuff on that topic. I'd like to talk a little bit about maybe this presidency thing, if I could, or at least I won't be president. I don't know, I'll help influence some. Oh shoot, I was gonna say some ideas. Like I'd like to get voting. If we can't get rid of Congress, maybe we'll kind of a third party is everybody, and maybe we'll somehow figure out a way to maybe either if it's not working out, then phase them out and go total what's it called, democratic with all the people, or we'll see how it kind of works. But a bunch of dirtbags in there. We just need to make sure what the people say is what they're voting. I don't know, man. I just got a lot of fun planned. If I could get big. I just had these thoughts of this cool stuff I could do on just. I can't remember it, but it was really cool. I need to get big, man, because I need to do it now. It's going to be fun. It will be fun for the next, in the future. It's just going to be fun, but it could be explosively fun. There's this guy, Archangel, Mike, Archangel on Skype. Mike is an interesting character. He's somehow the Archangel. I don't know what that means technically. I should look it up maybe. Angel of high rank. They're found in religious traditions. Everybody's got it, I guess. An Archangel. The term Archangel appears only twice. Michael and Gabriel are recognized as archangels in Judaism and most Christians. I just want to say hi to Linda DeFure out there as my instructor, voice instructor back at UF. I hope you're doing good out there. I think was her married name, DeFure. Yeah, Linda DeFure. I think she had a kid on the way or something. What happened? Oh, she had one already. She had one and maybe some more. Anyways, I never did get a hold of her again. Anyways. Oh, I suppose I'm supposed to say that because I'm supposed to whack off to her, maybe. That's probably what it is. I'm supposed to talk about it, so should we get that on video? Yeah. I'll accidentally get one of my videos out there accidentally. I have videotaped that. It's just I just fear that that's going to end up being some kind of comedy there. And somebody else's horror, you know. Oh! He's evil! Go to the buffet here in about an hour. But yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be bad. I have to say no. You know, when ladies are asking for a piece of me, you know, I'm gonna have to tell them no. I'm gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to be bad. That's the bad boy. They need the bad boy. See. Somewhere along the line, they got to stop being bitchy to me, and then where they can always be good to me. You would think, and that if I can figure out different characteristics, weight to make it to weigh it out, I can keep the good and figure out like saying no is not necessarily a bad, but it's being bad, but it's not that bad. There's another flavor of characteristic that says that I forgot what I was talking about. Give me a second.
The learning portion.
But yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be bad. I have to say no. You know, when ladies are asking for a piece of me, you know, I'm gonna have to tell them no. I'm gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to be bad. That's the bad boy. They need the bad boy. See. I'll accidentally get one of my videos out there accidentally. I have videotaped that. It's just. I just fear that that's going to end up being some kind of comedy there. And somebody else's horror, you know. Oh! He's evil! Go to the buffet here in about an hour. Yeah, it is strange. The 50-50 thing, the weighting thing, and what characteristics are gonna blend on the ones like you know, being a smartass might belong on the same side for some reason. Being a smartass and a donator, a philanthropist, smartass and a philanthropist might be together in the same side. So how do you weight it out? See, that's what's confusing. What is good and what is bad? Being a smartass you wouldn't think is good, but maybe it is. And we're putting it on the wrong side. So it's a guess mark. What are the characteristic weights on which side that are weighing it out to make it 50-50? See, what is good, what is bad? And the weights, so you're weighing it out, but what characteristics are over here and the weighted characteristics, and which one's over here that makes it weighted out? And it's like almost a puzzle, figuring it out, figuring out how it's going to and it's almost like a bet in Vegas, you know. How is it what's going to be the character for this characteristics of a roller? What's involved in that? And the thing is, how do you prove it? How do you prove what's right? Truth under oath, I guess. You get truth under oath involved in finding out. And so there's a huge benefit right there in truth under oath. You got to find some absolute truth. What is I don't know if you know all about this, if you know about this truth and oath thing, folks, but I haven't done quite enough tests, but it seems to be pretty solid when it's written and submitted into a docket. And quite solid that it's working. So you can like figure things out. You can find out the truth. Somebody, cashier gives you $10 change, and you give her 20, and she could swear that she's right, and they both swear they're right. How do you find out? They're both not lying. They think they're right. So how do you find out? You take it and you get it sworn. If you can sign it saying that I gave her 20, and you can sign it, that means it's true. If you can't sign it, that means it's something. I stopped you with my superpowers, and that means that it was 10. So then you change the answer to a 10, and you can sign that one. See, you can sign the one with 10, but not 20. And that's truth under oath. Need somebody out there to get. here's how this is. I guess I could talk about Truth Under Oath here, but yeah, I'm looking at like. They make this multi-level marketing illegal, so you can't actually say something like that. But there's bonuses that I'd like to give. I'm thinking there's 20% commission for getting a courthouse to pay $1,000 a day for Truth Under Oath. And what I'm liking is 20%, and the idea is gather as many people as you can in the democratic way, and get a group and lobby with voice, with numbers, and get everybody's name that did it, and that money will go to that group. So log, and if it's a bunch of groups that are all working at the same effort separately, I'll reward y'all. Just log what you're doing, get it on audio. Any phone calls you're doing, I use AVS for you, AVS recorder. Get on audio. I use a camcorder to my digital camera to record if I'm in person. I use Canon. Any of those will work. I use I like this one. It's the SD790IS. It's just, and it's like 3 or 4 years old that when it came out, and so they're making some good stuff back then. But record and work on. I gotta go pee here in a second, but work on in numbers and embarrass them. Even if you need to embarrass them to get them to change. You know, that may be what it takes. You gotta embarrass them. Tell the public, tell the news. This courthouse won't pay a roller, and then get your efforts in that courthouse. I guess you know. Just log what you're doing, and I'll believe you if you told me that. But you got to record it. You got to record an audio and even video of you making efforts with somebody to get them to pay me for Truth Under Oath. And like I said, 20%, but I can give bonuses of some sort. I will figure out the percent, but bonuses and stuff. Believe me, you're going to be taken care of. Just freaking get this stuff out there, man. The beauty of this idea is it doesn't even need a patent. Maybe that's what Truth Under Oath was before. See, I don't need a patent for Truth Under Oath, and maybe I don't need a patent for anything I'm doing. If I can prove that my idea was presented before anybody else, and you use Truth Under Oath to do that, here I forget about Truth Under Oath. I'm so into the antenna business, I forgot that I'm a legal guy, you know. It's funny. I just so into the legal thing. It'd be almost like my first thought, you know. Well, you just use absolute truth and you find out what's going on. I looked at it to see if I was recording. I was recording, good, because that was kind of a funny moment. I gotta pee. Be back. See, I'm not sure how the whole idea about filing it is that you let people know that it's yours, and you got like 1 year, I think, once it's been made public like this, to file it to get credit for it. Otherwise, someone else can get credit for it. So I think I've got a year now with which to file the patents, and I got to find somebody like Jeff with some money to maybe do this if he needed. But see, if he can prove it with truth and oath, like I can prove that it's my service. So really, just the idea itself, this is something interesting. Just the idea, having the idea itself, really is patentable. And I'll tell you what, if you come up with the idea and you can't afford a patent, don't worry. Just log it in an audio file, the idea, and you'll get credit for it. And tell everybody about it. And log it in the file. I hope you can try. I mean, I hope I'm right about this, but say you got a great idea and you just don't have the money to be able to work it. Log it in a diary, not in a diary, in an audio file, something similar to this, where I've got a video timestamp. The video file, a webcam. I use Logitech webcam software that's got this. This is what I'm using here. Log what you're doing, maybe like a video, so you can see your face like this, and a time. And what was I saying? I mean, that would be entertaining to see a contest, to see a machine like a battle of robots, but these are like thinkers, and you could almost do it with just computers somehow, just without robots, just a computer sort of battling it out of characteristics or something. I'm trying to think. Oh. And it's adapting and it's modifying itself and it's adapting. That's maybe make it a game out of with these programmers to find out the best flavor. And that's how we get that going and make it a game of a battle. And that compiler that embeds it, modifies itself, the self-aware guy, is see the flavor that gets this thing. I mean, you can make a game out of that, you know. It'd be a fun game, and at the same time, it would benefit the society. You can make a game out of this, out of finding the best way to become artificial intelligent. Oh. But notice with the kryptonite and the Happy Shaman is that, see, whatever's in there is what is so beneficial about me being high. It's what makes the thought process go. Either one doesn't. It is the THC that is the magic, or the healing, the magic that you sort of somehow need, though, when you do this. So, in other words, what I'm saying is that somehow you're not supposed to just take Happy Shaman by itself. You're supposed to combine it with something with THC in it. And that gets rid of the whole goal of Happy Shaman, because it's supposed to be for those people that don't want to get tested, or that might get tested. So see, I find it better. There's actually something different about Happy Shaman, and different that's kryptonite, that's different than what's in the weed. It gives actually each different weed a different property, and so the Happy Shaman's got different stuff than the kryptonite, and everybody's got a little different flavor, like the different flavors of weed. It's like that. And I think each different package of kryptonite has got a little different flavor of that flavor of the thing. See, but you don't need that much THC though. I'm finding the lower grade ones are just fine, and they get me just as high. The lower grade ones, they say that see, these guys are getting dopey off the THC. That stuff f's you up. Even though it's magical and it's also f you up. It'll make you dumb, and it might do it permanently if you're not careful. Seems like you gotta take a break in there or something, a day or two break during the week. Anyways, I'm getting good news on the programming front. I haven't even posted this thing, and it seems like they're making... I just know these guys are just... It's just like... I think it was just waiting for me to unveil it, because I couldn't believe it wasn't out there, you know. This... Not just... The three things, actually. I'm talking about three things here. The compiler... The self-compiler, where you compile and code and embedding it, but... Your debugger that's putting it in memory and just resolving the variables. I'd say that's the trickiest one. Getting the compiler to getting that embedded. But see, that can be a little involved too, because you're doing almost the same thing as the first one. You're getting it involved, and you're almost remaking a new XE based on what you're trying out. You test this, you see how that worked. Well, that was good. I'll embed it. I'll incorporate in here. This is project 2. I'll embed it here, and then I'll work with that and see how it works as a whole. And then I'll try some experiments to see make it better. And then if that works out, you gotta sort of know the end goal. What are you striving for? The end goal, and that sort of stays at the top of the brain. If that's the end goal, and everything else works toward it. So you have different levels of abstractness that says, I'm looking to do this, and that's what I was talking about before with this embedded detail. You abstract, and then you say do this, and then you sort of abstract that, and you go to the next layer. And you sort of a barrier that isolates the level of ability of abstractness, of detail. And then, yeah, once they can do that, that becomes self-aware. Again, it's like, how does it program it? So it's going to have to be adaptable in the programming to say, well, here's, I'm just trying to figure out how you do that. The different levels of abstractness. Because you want to experiment. Each level wants to experiment with the previous to see, experimenting to see what makes it better. But you have to know what makes that better, and then you get that done, you can incorporate it, then this next level says, well, what was I trying to do, and how do I make it better, and what exactly is better? What's better? That means what's good. Who knows? What is good? I don't know. Just swearing at somebody could be a good thing. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I do it, because I'm supposed to promote the fact that That's entertainment. This wording is entertainment. God damn it. That shock value, that shock and awful is entertainment. It's also another person's nightmare. This is so funny. Who would think that these characteristics would be that of God, or is that the devil? And it's the same. It's like equal both, you know. In many ways, I'm like. Let's see. I want to talk a little bit about the UFO thing. Wait, no. Well, yeah, that somehow I had this like impression that I'm going to be able to fly these vessels or something, or that I'm the only one or something, and that in some fashion I'm like Superman, but I have to use a vehicle to do some special powers. So I'm like encased in a vehicle that's kind of keeps me protected from bodily damage, and that somehow that's how I become Superman. I think I'm the only one to be able to do it, or something along that line. But that I'll eventually be able to pass it on or somehow and pass on the powers to others. But I can't do that right now. I have to be the one to start it off, and then I have to like some kind of decree with special powers. It's almost like characteristics in World of Warcraft. They must have 100,000 different symbols for. What was I trying to do? I'm trying to show that these symbols make the characteristics for the special power, that I can't just say, voila, you have the power. It has to be decreed with a symbol of some sort, a trunket. That it's like that. It's like these Dungeons and Dragons games. It's like these. It's like that somehow that somehow these trinkets will be the way to pass on powers, give people powers. By the way, this drug dealer thing, just like what was going to happen because Eric couldn't do things right. So I sort of tell him I could bless weed. I can bless weed so that it makes it better, whether the pipe or the weed or whatever. It's so that way I don't have to be the dealer. You know, I could just be a blesser, and that kind of eliminates the problems with that. But what I did is, in my mind, is I gave them the power to get a pound of weed if you wore sort of a ring. And the design of that ring I'll keep secret. But it'd be interesting if I do happen to see this design, the one I'm thinking. That'll just be a freaky moment when I see that. 'Cause it's kind of a wild, it's different. just a lot going on. It's kind of hard to whip it out. It's grab that sucker later. I think when I bless it, it gives them more of this thinking pattern, which is entertaining. So see, I think that's what's happening when I bless it. I don't think people are experiencing what I do, what I'm experiencing. But I think the way I bless it, it's going to make them, and it's going to make their thoughts very entertaining. And then they'll be able to experience what I experience. I don't think others are experiencing this entertainment value, the way it goes. Yeah, Jeff, buddy, I got some ideas here, man. Hopefully you're listening. But yeah, the abstractness to each level of, I think they've already knew about this. I think they already do this stuff in robotics. You know, at a certain level it does its thing, but see, how does it learn? How does it learn how to get better? And program itself to get better, and what is better? What is better, what's worse? And I guess it's at some level of deepness. This is what we want, and that's just governed by the level above. This is what we want, and so it works. But who tells? Then this changes from this guy telling what's better, and so this guy enters directive. What's we're looking for? Boom. Comes up with a variant that says this is the way to do it. This guy has this level, a variant of how you do it, and then you see how that worked out, and see what an analysis. Was that better? Was that the better? What did that result in the better? And let's try this experiment. Then it works, so it can be. But what makes it better at each abstraction? I mean, what? We got to be able to link our minds to computers now. We got to be able to do that. I mean, that'd be just so awesome if like even I could translate my thoughts to you, my projections straight through you to a camera and some kind of technology that can somehow transfer that stuff from the boob tube straight to experience in like a thought pattern that's it seems like it's in the mind. It's more entertaining than if it's on TV. So somehow we could transfer the image to our brain and like experience it, and because then you can actually feel it and see how it flavors in it. You know, a psychic television where we can actually somehow siphon in godly powers and transmit that energy to each other, become psychic. That would really be good for most of the ladies that ever talk to me out there. If they would just kind of zip it, you know what I'm saying? That's the idea there. And I could just listen to their mind, although, you know, who knows, but that could be just as annoying. yeah, I'm quite sure that the vaporizer I use, the vaporizers are a much cleaner way of doing things. I don't think it even hurts the the lungs with that vaporizer. I think I thought of it. I think that the best way of doing it is try to make. If you want to get paid for it, see if you can set up some cameras where you work, and try to make fun or try to find the funniest and the weirdest and entertaining things about your work and get it on camera. And that's how you make some money right now. I think we can all make some money that way. Along with Truth Under Oath, there's entertainment money to be made. And it doesn't need to necessarily be hidden cameras, but that'd be one facet of entertainment. But if people want to portray a farce or something at work, make a play, they have joked around at work about something and they want to like try to conduct a skit while they're at work, that could be funny too. So something that's choreographed as well as genuine via hidden cameras would be entertaining, you know? I just saw the, and the ending is that but they will be able to make this technology, but that could be coupled out there is My Truman Show. Eventually we'll be able to make this technology, but that could be coupled in a year, 100 or 200 yet. But and we all will be able to be watched, like in the My Truman Show. So there was not too long ago, I was like thinking, oh, I should have got the Truman, Trueman show, and I could have bought it at the same time. I never did. I don't know. I chose My Truman Show, and I thought, well, that's not the best name, but if it is symbolic of all our, we all have a Truman Show. My Truman Show belongs to us all. In some sense, we will be able to put a video camera on every one of us, and we all get to watch the most entertaining stuff of the daily events. You know, back to start of time. That's entertaining. That's going to be some entertainment there, watching all that. You know, that's what we're going to do. That's what heaven is. It's entertainment, and I guess that's. As long as we can live forever, man, we're going to be there. This is it. This is going to be heaven on earth. Until we get the fancy godly powers thing working. And then that'll be like stage 2. It'll be like a different flavor. Like we're going to have a different flavor of heaven. It's going to be great. And then we're going to go to another stage and have a flavor of that. And then another stage and have a flavor of that. And it's all going to be just cool how it can and thoughtful how they could make different flavors like that, and it all works out. Anyways, I'm at the buffet. Get there's a guy across from me. I say hi, hello, hi. What do you do? He says, I'm with animal control. And it just about fainted in laughter. For 5-10 minutes, I could barely talk to the guy. I thought it was just the funniest thing. Animal control. I'm with animal control. I didn't know whether to be a damn goof off or what. This guy, I don't think it put me away. I started asking him, so you consider humans animals for control? Are you with the psychology service? Psychiatric service? That was the funniest opening line ever. I'm with animal control. God, that was just so funny. That was so awesome. That was the greatest thing, man. That's what I mean. We need to wait. Oh, shoot. Hello.
Hi, this is Jeff, and I'm calling on behalf of the company Vonage. How are you doing?
Oh, doing good.
Perfect. Is this Christopher?
Yes.
Perfect. Christopher, my name is Jeff. I'm actually calling you today on behalf of the company Vonage. I assume you've heard of the company?
I've heard of them. Refresh my memory quick here.
Okay. Because actually Vonage right now is offering a promotion in your area. And your number is one of the selected and qualified numbers that we can help lower down the monthly phone bill. Are you the person in charge when it comes to this number?
Yeah, well, there's three of us here, me, myself, and I. But yeah, we all together work together, yes.
Okay. And do you know how much you're currently paying for the phone service each month?
I'm using the pay for minutes on, what's it called, Virgin Mobile.
Virgin Mobile. Okay, but what about the house phone? How much do you usually pay for the house phone?
House phone, I use Skype.
Okay, Skype. So you don't have any house phone?
Correct.
Okay. But with Skype, Christopher, I know that it's just good for landlines, right?
Yeah?
Okay. What about if you're going to call, mobile phones? You use your mobile phone for that?
I'm sorry, using my mobile phone for what?
Every time that you're calling, you have to call like a cellular phone. What do you usually use? Do you also use Skype?
I use Skype, yeah.
Okay. Because with Vonage, Christopher, I can give you unlimited local calls, unlimited out-of-state, even unlimited international calls to 60 countries. And unlike Skype, that you have to pay for Vonage each month. But we are very competitive when it comes to rate. Because with Vonage, the regular rate is only for $25.99 a month. But today, since we're currently running a promotion, I can give it to you for as low as $9.99 a month. Plus taxes and fees, so that is going to be right around $15. And aside from that, aside from unlimited calling, I'm also going to give you 25 amazing calling features. Some of these features are exclusively from Vonage. Have you heard of visual voicemail?
What's your name? Your first name?
Jeff.
Jess. Like,
Yeah.
There are bigger things on my plate right now than worrying about my phone service. I'm trying to save the world. I'm the true man in the Truman Show. I'm Jesus and God, and I'm trying to figure out how to get. I'm trying to put heaven here on this earth, you know, and to be worrying about some phone service. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to mastermind the takeover of the world, you know. I don't have time for the phone service, you know.
Oh, I see. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Christopher, just in case that, you know, you're not busy anymore, okay, you don't have anything to do, please visit our, you know, website. It's varnish.com. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much, and good luck to you.
Okay,
Good
thank you.
evening.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. There's one word that I didn't hear, but I'm not going to go back and check it, or am I? I just saw in the ending is that we get to actually watch ourselves grow up and so we were an actor the whole time. This is for everybody out there, is my Truman Show. Eventually we'll be able to make this technology, but that could be a year, 100 or 200 yet. But I just saw in the ending.
Yeah.
Yes. There are bigger things on my plate right now than worrying about my phone service. I'm trying to save the world. I'm the true man in the Truman Show. I'm Jesus and God, and I'm trying to figure out how to get. I'm trying to put heaven here on this earth, you know, and to be worrying about some phone service. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to mastermind the takeover of the world, you know. I don't have time for the phone service, you know.
I see. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Christopher, just in case that, you know, you're not busy anymore, okay, you don't have anything to do, please visit our, you know, website. It's varnish.com. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much, and good luck to you.
Okay,
Good
thank you.
evening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, and good luck to you.
Okay,
Good
thank you.
evening. Bye.
Bye. Early or something. I don't know what it's saying, but I'll find out later with something important. Something I missed. Oh no, I missed it. I missed the clue. Somebody will inform me later at a climatic spot in the plot. God, I wish I was logging this back in 2002 and 99. I just wish. Oh, I wish I was doing this video capturing. I wish I had smoked weed 10 years ago. This would have been all over. Jesus, man.
Hi, this is Kathy. Leave a message after the tone.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Kathy, Chris, I'm calling for something, and I lost what that was. You gotta get a quick message that's kind of like this. Hi, how you doing? To the message. Right away. Anyways, what was I calling for? I guess see how things are going. How's everything going? But that was interesting too. You know, I was kind of always had to envision that somehow, at some point, my parents have got to be told, and they're probably not going to answer the phone for a while, like when they're informed or something. You know, they're actually in on this thing, and when it's at that point, we're literally days away. And in the past, it's occurred where they weren't answering. They weren't answering. And I thought, wow, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the point. Maybe this is where it happens. And then I think I would call, and then they would answer. And that's been, I don't know, 2 or 3, maybe 4 times this has occurred. I thought, oh, maybe this. But we'll see. And like I said, this is another one, another inkling, but it would have to be another day. Like I didn't talk to her yesterday. So yesterday? Yeah, yes, Monday and Tuesday, not today, yesterday and today. And I guess I'd really get suspicious after, say, another day or 2. I'll try calling tomorrow. But again, they'll probably answer, and then the show goes on some more. See, it's so climatic when I can finally figure out that they're in on this thing. Now they may answer the phone, but they may act strange, so we're going to find out. But that's when this thing's about over. Is when they're acting weird. I don't know, man. I was just hypothetically thinking about this plot when I was told yesterday or whenever it was, I was essentially told that Carrie's daughter Elizabeth and then her friend, what's her name, Cheyenne, 12-year-olds got pregnant, and now I just thought that's a big joke. Now that's, of course, it never works out that way because it just doesn't work. It never. That's the beauty of it. It always makes me think of something, all the plots, and then it actually happens differently, and then I think, oh, that's cool, or it's like that's the entertainment. It usually is something different. Sometimes you get it right, but it keeps you guessing, and it keeps it flavorful that way. And what was it? So what was I trying to say?
Internet.
Now I just thought that's a big joke. Now that's, of course, it never works out that way because it just doesn't work. It's this daughter Elizabeth and then her friend, what's her name, Cheyenne, 12-year-olds got pregnant, and now I just thought that's a big joke. Now that's, of course, it never works out that way because it just doesn't work. It never. That's the beauty of it. It always makes me think of something, all the plots, and then it actually happens differently, and then I think, oh, that's cool, or it's like that's the entertainment. It usually is something different. Sometimes you get it right, but it keeps you guessing. So what I was trying to say is, usually I guess wrong. That's usually how it works. But wouldn't that would be something at the very end, that something like that would. And that Carrie would have to hide it or something. I can't imagine that, so it would be like, that's why I think that there's no way that could happen. But if it is truly at the end here, then something like that something wild like that could occur. I hope that. Okay, so then the whole plot would be, okay. Well, Chris must have done her, must have snuck upstairs and done her and stuff. And just thinking of all the plots of all the legal issues I have to deal with before I can get to school and get this entertainment thing going. It's like, I don't. It's like I'm just a little scared. I'm scared to be entertaining. I really am. I want to be. I want to be full blown crazy. Get the entertainment value, and I can't do it. I have to actually be careful, man. Otherwise, I'll never get down to Florida. I'll just get my ass out of here. I hope Kathy and Ernie don't answer the phone for two more days, man. I will be one freaking happy camper when they're not answering the phone and something is up. I just thought of it, but you know, people in my family have been doing, well, everybody involved in my life has an equal amount of good and bad. Kathy, yep. Ramona, more bad than good. Carrie, yes. More good than bad. Aaron, way more bad. I mean, unbelievable amount. That's the thing. Everybody's different. So there is some differences in the amount of bad that people are toward me. Well, I think it's about quiet time with Linda DeFure now. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do the spiritual sex thing, you know? Hook everybody in and have a banging all the time.
Male panel on contraception, and then when MSNBC and Fox held all male panels to talk about it. How do you do a piece about women when there's only men talking about it? It's pathetic. Get some women here, Ted. I'm sorry, we're gonna no problem. We're gonna talk. Okay. The change was going to begin with me, so I assembled representatives from some of the leading women's groups: the National Organization for Women, Emily's List, Eleanor's Legacy, Girls for Gender Equity, and the League of Women Voters. How important is it that women are heard? Tad, I'm going to start with you.
Well, I think it's really critically important. First of all, there are a lot more women than men who vote in this country, so they have a huge voice.
If we hypothetically had a group of women in a room, what do you think they would be thinking right now? Ted?
Well, all you have to do is actually talk to them and listen. And listen. Talk to them and listen, and you'll hear what they think.
Listening is...
We're just pissed off.
What was that?
We're pissed off.
Okay.
We're pissed off.
Oh.
Women across the country. Women want equality. Women want safety. Women want equal pay. Women on average are being paid 77 cents on the dollar. Women would like to be treated like full-fledged citizens and have our lives recognized and not devalued and marginalized. We count.
Ted, do they count?
They certainly do when it comes to electoral politics. I mean, they're the most important and powerful force in American electoral politics.
Right.
That's kind of just the point I made.
Women are an important and powerful force, but which issues do they care about most in 2012?
My wife has the occasion, as you know, to campaign on her own and also with me, and she reports to me regularly that the issue women care about most is the economy.
Is the economy really the number one issue for women? Ted?
I think women, like men, if you ask them in polls, what's the most important issue to you? Say jobs, the economy, the economic issues.
Now, what about this one down here? What do you think?
I'm a woman who wants my birth control. Nobody really needs an explanation as to why our civilization needs it. Virtually all women use birth control.
Ted, do all women use birth control?
Well, I've seen in polls that 99% of women of childbearing age, in fact, have used contraceptives.
We're here, and we can speak for ourselves. We need to have a right to choose what kind of contraceptives we use.
Ted, when she says that, what does she really mean?
I think what she's referring to is someone who's been told by a bunch of men, like, for example, when the contraception hearing was held by the House, Congressman Issa held a hearing, decided to invite 5 men in to talk about contraception. I can imagine how offensive an event like that was for all women.
Well, I don't even think it's just that women...
Ted was not finished. Ted, continue.
I thought it was pretty pathetic, I'll tell you that. And I thought what was even more pathetic...
This has gone on long enough. We know what's going on. We don't have the privilege, the space, the opportunity to make light of this and for this to be a joke. And so we need to be heard here.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes we get a little carried away. If I came off as rude, ignorant, or sexist in any way, I sincerely apologize to all of you, especially what women are going through in these times. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Ted, is that the type of pandering candidates we'll need to reach the women black?
I think if we showed your apology, some of the apology to folks who were women, yeah, I think it would go over very well.
Candidates, the lesson is clear in 2012. Women finally matter.
High five.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Department takes it to the extreme.
Say zipline!
Zipline!
It's an extremely new South Park, tomorrow at 10.
Cancel golf today.
It's off your calendar.
Good, because it's date night. Find me a store that sells organic mushrooms from Arizona.
This organic market looks pretty close to you.
How many ounces in a cup?
This might answer your question.
Well, I knew that. Remind me in an hour to put the gazpacho on ice.
Here's your reminder. Shall I create it?
Yeah, unless you like gazpacho. Siri.
Sam,
You can take the night off.
if you say so.
This is the honey badger. Whoa, watch out for that bird. Oh, it's got a cobra? Geez, boy, some crack.
Honey Badger does it badass.
You bet he does.
Wonderful pistachios.
He loves those snacks.
Get cracking.
The new Taurus is going to blow people away, starting with the guys who built it. I haven't driven it yet. I'm going to try to take it easy and warm up slowly.
Hi.
You get car sick or anything?
No, is that a challenge?
No. So, the 2013 Taurus, I can pretty much voice command anything.
Pretty much. You're going to be able to change your radio station, phone call. All of that equipment is just not your voice.
All of it.
All of it.
Never have to take my hands off the wheel.
Never have to stand up on it, which is good when you're driving.
Experience Star Wars in a whole new way with Connect for Xbox 360. Become the Jedi you've always imagined. Feel the Force when you are the controller. Connect Star Wars. Only on Connect for Xbox 360. Rated G for teen. What is your name, nutcase? This is how I make you crack. I will make you crack until you are shell-shocked.
Drill Sergeant Stewart, intimidation. Wonderful pistachios. Get cracking.
Is it really necessary to move Coors Light down as low as 34 degrees? Does it really matter if every beer is filtered cold, aged cold, and packaged cold? Do the mountains really need to turn blue when your beer's as cold as the Rockies? Is Rocky Mountain cold refreshment really that important? You be the judge. Rock Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Every time. How does he get it so filthy? That fixed. I'll never let him take it out again. That's better.
Play the fishing scratch games from the Minnesota State Lottery. You could win up to $200,000 instantly with a second chance at a lung boat or other great fishing gear.
Getting tired of playing the same old games? Bring those games into Quad America and turn them into cash. Quad America pays more for your video games. Get cash on the spot for all your used games or trade up. Quad America will buy your role-playing first-person shooter, side-scrolling driving and sports games for PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, and more. Turn your games into cash you can use right now. Only at your neighborhood Quad America store.
You shot for HBO was called Deep.
Madam Vice President, you can't go back in there for future meetings.
What? No. Let me tell you something. You tell that for brain president that I had something to ask. No, I won't listen to you for 1 second. I'm not interested in your interest.
The president is experiencing severe chest pains. You just got word from South Africa. You need to get to the West Wing immediately.
I'm so sorry.
Ma'am, if you could just make your way in this direction, please.
Where are we going?
We're going to take you to the White House Situation Room.
We're going back to the program. Julia, Louis Joyce. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
Nice
me.
to see you again.
It's a delight to be here.
The show is great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I did not realize this is Armando Iannucci, for those who don't know.
Yes, in the loop.
In the Loop is so funny.
Yeah,
And
so
how much
funny.
cursing is in this program, In the Loop? Is
A ton of.
Why not?
Yeah.
You are the vice president.
I am. I'm the vice president, and I when I first heard about this, they said you're playing an unhappy vice president. And I thought, aha, that sounds funny. Because if you think about it, there is not a single political person who aspires to the vice presidency.
No.
Right.
And you got to think, Joe Biden,
God love him.
God love him.
Right.
He's probably
guy sitting in some office. Nobody talks to him. He's got his shirt on. Big bowl of cheese curls.
That's exactly right.
Just sitting there waiting for that. Sir, we're going to take you to the Situation Room. Did you get to see, have you spoken with the Vice President?
I met a couple of vice presidents. That's exactly
All
right.
right.
But I'm not at liberty to say which ones, except I will say I did meet with Vice President Al Gore because he mentioned it, so I guess now I can. And he was unbelievably nice. And really what I was trying to find out, meeting him and meeting other people on Capitol Hill, frankly, is just like those in-between moments. Like what happens if you've got Secret Service there and you need to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and do they follow you down the hallway? I mean, you know, these kinds of, that's not really what the show's about, but I mean, but it's
That
about...
could be another show. I could see that as a show.
Well, that could be a spin-off.
That could be a spin-off on that. Bathroom run.
Yeah. But we got a lot of backstage tours and stuff of Capitol Hill. We got to go to the Senate, to the floor of the Senate, and I have a couple of very interesting little tidbits that I think you should know.
Sure.
One is, you're walking on the Senate floor, one of the senators' desks, and God, I cannot remember which one, but anyway, it doesn't matter. One of them, if you open it up, it's filled with candy.
What?
Swear to God.
What kind of candy?
Good candy. I mean, you know.
Chocolate,
Kit Kats, Reese's, the whole deal. You know, help yourself. You're in the Senate.
We should be able to figure that out by watching C-SPAN. There's got to be somebody in there.
Candy desk. And then,
Candy.
Candy, I swear to you, it's candy. No wonder everybody wants to
Or just candy?
Just candy. It's just candy. Then I went to Senator Al Franken's desk, and I wrote a little note, and I stuck it in his desk, and I left the building. You want to know what the note said?
I want to know why they let you in his office when no one was in there.
No, not his office, on the floor of the Senate. You know, they all have their own desk. And it's little desk.
What's the note? What did it say?
It said, Senator, the pornographic material has been removed from this cell.
I can just imagine in that moment him going, I need a candy bar. Anybody got a candy bar? I need a toasted Jew.
Yeah, it's true.
Do they welcome you? Are they excited to know that someone is going to be portrayed? Because I've always found that the two towns that are most similar in this country are Los Angeles and Washington. Los Angeles is Washington that thinks it has power. In Los Angeles, people have to go out. In Washington, they have the power, but they really would rather just be on TV.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think first of all, you're correct. I mean, it's the parallels are pretty intense in terms of putting on a face, like I'm doing right now.
You're very natural. You're a very natural performer.
And then, you know, what's behind the curtain, and that's really what the show's about. But they were a little bit, I mean, some people welcomed us and stuff, but, you know, not tons and tons, because I think they're worried that we're parroting a specific person, which of course we're not. This show is not about a singular...
This is not game show. It's not a real story. This is a dynamic.
No, it's a complete fiction. In fact, you'll never know what party we're in, what party the vice president is in. You'll never meet the president. It's all very crafty.
Shouldn't you hold that out as a little bit of a, unless there could be a plot twist where we meet the president, or the president...
No, we're not going to do that.
Couldn't we pretend that we're...
That's not going to happen. Next.
How much fun is it? You know, you continue to go through these labors of love. Do you get the energy from finding scripts that tickle you, that interest you? What is the way that you approach the next thing?
Does it make me laugh? Is it funny?
Right.
You know, I mean, really.
And you get to work with guys like Armando Iannucci.
He's great. He's a genius. Yeah, he's fantastic. And you should see his show, The Thick of It, which is a UK show. You guys can Google that and check it out. It's cool.
I have Google.
Oh, you do?
I just got it.
Good for you.
On my Tandy 1600. My computer that I play Pong on. I'm very excited.
That's wonderful.
I'm on the edge, baby.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Lead premieres on HBO this Sunday.
The 22nd.
April 22nd.
That is correct.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. After Game of Thrones. Watch it.
Game of Thrones, we have the lead.
So they're talking about the vice president's never been anything that anybody's ever remembered, ever. They can't remember one vice president that really was memorable. So I was, I was thinking that, so I was thinking that if I was just be vice president, then I don't think they'd do anything, so they can go and do a bunch of other stuff, right? Well, is it right? I don't know, but that was a thought. Like I could just be vice president for everybody, for eternity, and just kick back and do have some fun with entertainment stuff and programming or whatever we're doing. Really, computer programming is like heaven. It is a lot of aspects that are very, very fulfilling. It was a good job. I tell you, man, it sucked not having that job anymore. So it really was kind of fun. But I would be the first memorable vice president because I would just do that forever, and hopefully, like I say, I don't know what the rules are for that, but I'm assuming, I don't know what Joe Biden does right now, but I'm assuming he can be on vacation for this entire time and do whatever he wants. I don't know how it works, but I don't know. Just a thought. I figured that's what that message was for. That's usually what you guys put on here, so that's why I have it listed with me.
Personal portable Neo Energy. Shake things up. To find you, critics are calling The Lucky One the best Nicholas Sparks film since The Notebook. Zac Efron will win the heart of every romantic. Should be kissed every hour, every minute. The Lucky One, rated PG-13, starts Friday. They say a man's work is never done. They say you can't mix business with pleasure. They say good things come to those who wait. It's a good thing they don't work here. Triple filtered, smooth finish, top shelf taste. Introducing Bud Light Platinum.
What makes Hershey's s'more special? Pure chocolate goodness that brings people together. Hershey's makes it a s'more. You make it special. Pure Hershey's.
Extra Polar Ice. Icy cool flavor in a delicious 5-calorie stick of gum. Polar Ice from Extra.
They will put rhinestones on a man's penis. What? Yeah. You rhinestone? Not a big rhinestone, a little one for each. Tonight, what are they feeding our chicken? God, I hope it's beef. Then a scandal rocks a government agency. Did the Federal Reserve have a nip slip? And my guest, Jonah Lehrer, says most new ideas are actually old. Well, that's original. A Connecticut 5-year-old brought 50 bags of heroin to his class for show and tell. Well, at least he brought enough for everyone. This is the Colbert Report.
Man, there's something going on, man. This thing seems close. This really does seem close. I just get the impression. Like I say, if I don't hear from Kathy or Ernie tomorrow. I'm just saying, man. I'm ready to party, man. I'm ready to get the hell out of this bubble.
The sunshine of your love opens me like a new spring rose. Welcome to the board, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Nation, it's finally happening. America is falling in love with the idea of liking Mitt Romney. And they just can get exactly exactly enough of him. In fact, today's Gallup tracking poll has him beating Obama by 5 points. And it might be more since Mitt hides some of his points in the Cayman Islands. Well, folks, I for one know why America is jumping on the Romney bandwagon, or at the very least being tied to the top of it. People are finally starting to learn how warm and down to earth Mitt really is, thanks to this interview with Diane Sawyer.
Who's funnier, you or President Obama?
I have no idea how funny he is in real life. And people don't know me terribly well from the kinds of pranks we play and what it's like in a home with 5 boys. But most of our dinner table events were involving humor of one kind or another, most of which can't be repeated on the air.
Yes. At his dinner table events, he involves humor of one kind or another, often producing warmth and feelings of electability. I think we can all relate to how humor is enjoyable. For instance, when someone discards the casing of a yellow starchy fruit on the floor and someone else who is not you comes along, perhaps an ethnic minority, let's say, and slips, causing mild injury and loss of dignity. That makes my lungs pulsate with short bursts of air with an H in front. Ha ha! And you'll notice he said his pranks
Can't be repeated on the air.
And without further information, I have to assume that involves Mitt climbing on the table and dropping a deuce in the pasta bowl. Nation, I have a very discriminating palate. You should hear what my taste buds say about Mexicans. This is Thought for Food. Now, first up, normally, I love Starbucks, especially their strawberries and crème frappuccino, because it's a delicious blend of strawberries, milk, and ice with a swirl of whipped cream and absolutely no ground-up buzz in it. Or so I thought.
Starbucks says it uses ground-up insects to get that bright pink color. The bugs come from Mexico and South America. They are dried out before they're ground up into an extract.
Some vegetarians, though, were upset because they thought if they ordered a soy strawberry frap, it was completely animal-free.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for making vegetarians eat a bug. But now I'm eating a bug. It was bad enough when I found out that Cool Blue Raspberry Gatorade was colored with powdered Smurf. I almost smurfed my pants. Now, to defend their choice of color added, Starbucks released this statement: while the strawberry base isn't a vegan product, it helps us move away from artificial dyes. Well, okay, but if you don't want artificial dyes to color your strawberry drinks, maybe there's some kind of fruit that's red. And now I've learned that we've been eating these bugs for years. Apparently, they're used in all sorts of foods, including fruit cups, grapefruit juice, and fruit fly by the foot. So, to keep bugs out of your food, do what I do. Spray everything you eat with a thick coat of Deep Woods off. It will burn, but that's how you know it's working. Next up, I love Pizza Hut. It's so much better than the food at Sunglass Hut. And the food test pilots over at The Hut are always pushing the crust below, jamming cheese in there and whatnot. And folks, I salute their latest creation, the hot dog stuffed crust pizza. Yeah. Forget meat lovers pizza. This is meat stalkers pizza. And they've hid the body in the crawl space. Nation, I've always been a huge fan of unexpected hot dogs. I have just one problem with a hot dog stuffed pizza. It's available only in the UK. Excuse me? I thought British food was about stuffing things into animal intestines, not the other way around. Everybody knows the hot dog is hot dogs into every available wiener-shaped food area. Jam one into a cannoli. Put one in a banana. Stuff one in a yogurt. Or take the hot dog stuffed crust pizza one step further. How about stuffing that dog with another pizza, and that pizza's crust with another hot dog, and that contains another hot dog embedded pizza, and so on and so on. And equally weird with manual crosswords. Wow. Exploring the infinite boundaries of the pizza hot dog really makes you thirsty. I could go for some hot dogs with lemon. But finally, folks, when it comes to chicken, I like it deep fried and slathered in pharmaceuticals.
Tonight, breaking news about what could be on your dinner table. Scientists report chicken feed on large factory farms routinely contain caffeine-banned antibiotics along with some of the same ingredients in Tylenol and Benadryl.
The studies found that things like arsenic and Prozac are in some poultry products.
Now we know why the chicken crossed the road. To get to his dealer. Evidently, poultry farms often use chickens caffeine to keep them awake so they can eat more, and Prozac to reduce anxiety. I don't know why chickens are anxious about living in a shoebox-sized cage with thousands of their closest friends, eating all day and wallowing in their own filth. I love college. No surprise. No surprise, folks. Some organo-locavores out there are alarmed that traces of these drugs.
New Orleans Hornets Clippers game. That's what it was. Blake Griffin, man, he got knocked down hard. You see that? I said, why did Jason Smith hit him so hard? You know, I mean, really hit him hard. I think I know the mission. Take a look here. Yeah. So that's what happened to him. Clippers break it up. Boom! Look at that. Look at that. Show it again. Okay, look at this. Okay. Now he gets ejected from the game. Now what? Okay, I want to show you this. We're going to have to show in slow motion. Look. You see the Saints coach? It's a bounty! Look at that! It's a bounty! The bounty. Well, a new census report shows that 1 in 6 Americans are now Hispanic. The other 5 are also Hispanic, just not American. Just not American. A new experimental cholesterol-fighting drug is now creating a huge buzz among researchers. They say this drug could be life-changing. Well, not a moment too soon, huh? I mean, for a minute there, a lot of Americans thought they might have to start eating healthy. Thank God you just take a pill now. Oh, thank God. More scientific news. Scientists think they may have found the cure to baldness. Here's Brian Williams with the story.
It's always been believed that a baldness cure would be the holy grail of medicine, that so many men especially would be willing to pay the price it would make some inventor or some company or both very rich. Now scientists are reporting a big coup.
I want you all to know we've got some very special musical performances for you throughout our show tonight. Thanks to Ricky Minor and the Tonight Show band. Ricky, tell everybody what you're doing tonight.
Hey, well, you know, Christina Aguilera brought along all 8 of her team members from The Voice.
They'll perform with us tonight. And kicking it off, we have The Line.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, there you are. Hi, you guys. How you doing? Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. Okay, we'll be right back with Truth or Dare and Christina Aguilera. But first, please say hello to Ricky Minor and the Tonight Show band.
have cable and can't find something good to watch, you get depressed. When you get depressed, you attend seminars. When you attend seminars, you feel like a winner. When you feel like a winner, you go to Vegas. When you go to Vegas, you lose everything. And when you lose everything, you sell your hair to a wig shop. Don't sell your hair to a wig shop. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
New Jolly Rancher Crunch and Chew. Chewy inside with a crunchy candy shell. Untamed fruit flavor. Jolly Rancher Crunch and Chew.
We imagined a vehicle that could adapt to changing road conditions. One that continually monitors and corrects for wheel slip. We imagined a vehicle that could increase emergency braking power when you need it most. And we imagined it looking like nothing else on the road today. Then, we built it. The 2012 GLK. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
I'm going to lunch.
Those days are gone now.
I'm going with her. I don't want to be chicken. I want to eat it.
McDonald's all-white meat premium chicken sandwich and a juicy 100% Angus third pounder. It's your lunch. Take it.
Pull on those gardening gloves. Grab the nearest spade. And let's see how colorful an afternoon can be. With certified advice to help us expand our palate and prices that give us more spring per dollar, we can mix the right soil with the right ideas and bring even more color to any garden. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Lay down a new look with Earth Grow mulch, now 3 bags for just $10.
Tonight, Jimmy tees off with Shaquille O'Neal. And gets down with Lily Collins.
What do you do for Jimmy Fallon?
They know Jimmy Fallon tonight. And the biggest talent show on earth, America's Got Talent, returns May 14th. You're on NBC.
It's time for a new look at Jim Lucas Infinity in Golden Valley. And while we're remodeling, take advantage of great offers like this. A 2012 G25X Buy and Drive 24-month lease at only $439. Lucas Infinity at $394 in Louisiana and Golden Valley.
And now the Arby's Value Menu has all your favorites. Get all of your favorites on the Arby's Value Menu, like the Junior Roast Beef Sliced Fresh Daily, our signature curly fries, or delicious Jamocha Shake. Now on the Arby's Value Menu. Arby's, it's good food.
Find great deals for your home during Menards Project Day sale. Add a touch of style with turbo lock sets, all on sale. The Sydney Passage knob and oil rubbed bronze finish is $6.99. The Trinidad Passage lever and satin nickel finish is $12.99. Stock up on products from Procter & Gamble. 96-load bottles of Era are $7.88 each. A 16-pack of Charmin Big Roll bath tissue or a 15-pack of Bounty paper towels are $9.98 each.
Save big money at Menards.
It's time for a new look at Jim Lucas Infinity in Golden Valley. And while we're remodeling, take advantage of great offers like this. 2012 G37X Buy and Drive 39-month lease at only $494. Lucas Infinity at $394 in Louisiana and Golden Valley.
Show for you tonight. She sold millions of albums, won 5 Grammy Awards, and is a coach on the hit NBC show The Voice. Christina Aguilera was on. Our good friend director Kevin Smith will be here as well. Later we'll have music from Melanie Fiona performing tonight with J. Cole, so that'll be fun too. Coming up on Monday, from the blockbuster movie The Hunger Games, actress Elizabeth Banks will join us. That's supposed to make $120 million or some crazy thing this weekend. And Tuesday we'll be joined by Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney, so that should be fun. We've got a few shows tonight. Now, folks, comedians Trevor Moore and Mikey Day, they love to play games with the public. They're going to tell us about their latest game. Please welcome Mikey Day and Trevor Moore. Gentlemen, tell folks what you did.
Well, Jay, in the spirit of spring break, we went down to our favorite bar in Santa Monica, the Cabo Cantina.
Right.
We drank, Cabo
You got the free drink.
We drank a few beers and we played a little game of truth or dare.
Now, these innocent people you play these games with, do they have any idea? Do they know ahead of time that you're going to talk to them?
No,
Absolutely.
But
it wouldn't be as much fun if they did. Right, exactly. All right, let's take a look. Here we are in Santa Monica. Time for a game of truth or dare.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yep.
Let's start.
All right.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to serenade someone.
Okay, with what song?
Figure it out.
Oh man, this is so groovy. It's the guy that played the vampire in the Twilight movie. Please bite me, dude. Look at you two, walking down the street. Look at you, you look so sweet. I'll bet your names are Bill and Alice, and she curses the day they invented the Alice, right? Hot girls walking this way. Hot girls won't see the time of day. Hot girls, possibly strippers. Hot girls, 85% chance that they're strippers. Okay, dare. I dare you to put somebody in show business.
Okay.
Side show business.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, for the Carnival Sideshow. Freaks of all kinds. Step right up and see the man whose hand is attached to his face. Was he born like that? How is his hand attached to his face? See the amazing woman with the pink hair. Not found in nature. Created in a laboratory. Doesn't exist. Step right up and see the world's most least intimidating gang. They will accost you and ask you where you shop. Step right up and see the amazing Cheetah Lady, the slowest moving cheetah on the planet.
Truth or dare?
Let's go dare.
Okay, I dare you to give someone the star treatment.
Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian. Who you marrying this weekend? Kim Kardashian. Look over here. Kim Bradshaw. Kim Bradshaw. Is there a picture? Oh, he's very good. What are you working on? Huh? Kim Bradshaw. It's all right. Kim Bradshaw. You say Dick Cheney. Right here. Martin Sheen. Big fan. See you later. What do you have to say about Snooki? No use for Snooki? Not much to wear. Okay. Thank you, Martin Sheen. You bet. Thank you. Mr. DeVito. Danny DeVito, how are you? Take a picture? Danny DeVito. Can you get a picture? Big fan. Hey, how's it going? David Spade. David Hasselhoff. You really are David Hasselhoff. Oh, shocking. He's kind of much.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
Are you sober?
Yep. Been over 3 years now. This is cider.
Wow, nice.
Wait, do mushrooms count?
Yes.
Oh, then no. No. Isn't that right, Giraffe Wizard?
That's right, Trevor.
Okay, truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to practice good hygiene.
Okay.
In public.
Did somebody scrub my back? Anybody? Harbor down below. Ladies, can you scrub my back? Yeah? Thank you. That's great. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's funny. That's a good spot. That's the fun spot. Truth or dare, Trevor?
Truth or dare?
I dare you to hit on women using only Gary Busey tweets. Triangles in the sky means that the stars are playing geometry with you.
Triangles in the sky mean that the stars are playing geometry with you. Hi, I'm Trevor.
When white butterflies fly by you,
It's one of God's ways of saying that he loves you. Can I get your girl's numbers? No? All right, bye.
trying to get a baby to do what you want.
It's like trying to get a woman to do what you want, which is like trying to baptize a cat. Hi, I'm Trevor.
Remember the brilliance of the turtle.
Remember the brilliance of a turtle. What's your name? Natasha, what are you doing? Can I get your number and then I'll call you and see if you want to get coffee sometime? Really? Okay, hold on. What is it? 6, 5. Thank you so much. Yeah, no one else will give me their number. Thank you. Have a good day. I'll call you for coffee. Remember the brilliance of the turtle. Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to pose in a family portrait.
But my family isn't here.
I know.
Hey. Hey, guys. Hey, sorry. Do you guys mind, taking, like, a picture? It's sort of like, my family's back east, so I kind of just want, like, a picture, like, sort of a family picture. 1, 2, 3, cheese.
We're right back with Christina Aguilera right after this.
I think I was going to talk about hair growth. How do we fix that? We need a solution for that. So what is it? What is it? I don't know. I'm having trouble thinking what.
Here in a second. My first guest, 5-time Grammy Award-winning singer, one of the most popular entertainers in the world. You can see her every Monday night as one of the judges in NBC's #1 series, The Voice. On April 3rd, The Voice will begin airing its live results show every Tuesday night until the big season finale. Please welcome Christina Aguilera.
And then we're going to be able to, like, somehow get this mind link. Give me a second on the hair thing, but right now it's mind link between computers and mind link so that we can transmit our thoughts through, maybe not through each other right now, but through a medium called a machine or a computer or something to transmit it from. So we go to it then translates it and back to our personalized thoughts. I don't know. And that way we can not just transmit visual on movies, but the feeling involved in the actor's, feelings at that moment or something, that we can actually feel it. We can like tap into individual movie stars and tap into this, like, give me what he's feeling, or she or he's feeling, and then you can watch it again. This time as the role of the lady, and then next time as the kid or something. And you can watch it multiple times, get an experience, personal experience. This experience would be enthralled in the actor. It would actually make the actor have to act much more real and actually live out the moment. Which might be good for the actor to experience that. That might be the enjoyment of acting, is fulfilling another role. So it would make him work harder to get that, because I don't know what I was just talking about.
Good strokes? Okay, come on. This is where he lost me. See, I start with the pooch and finish on grandma. You can't text while you drive, but you are allowed to film your wife giving birth to a baby. Guys, hey, her vagina got car sick. That purple thing didn't call shotgun. And that is why I never pick up hitchhikers. You can tell by the humongous...
It's now available.
I don't know, I get the feeling that some messages on this TV here are meant for me. We got to figure out this hair thing. I know it's godly powers. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I never thought about it. How do you fix it? I was thinking about how do you make hair transplants, but we want to just actually grow hair. Or can't we just can't we duplicate? Take a little small piece of a sample and duplicate the hair, and then put it and then transplant. I guess I'm thinking transplants, but be able to duplicate the hair in a lab to produce. Oh, I don't know why I never thought about the other angle, but this transplant is what I've been always thinking that's the solution. Get the transplant working. I'm smashing some seeds I've ordered. Here's caraway seeds for, I think it's for a love potion. It's like a love, you smash it with a hammer, get the essence out of it. I was thinking I can mix a couple. A show tangent would be, hypothetically, I thought, okay, so I'm going to get 2 or 3 of these seeds together, smash it, and the reaction is going to create this warp bubble that now I can do things with, you know? Yeah, but I think that's I guess I don't know if I ever expressed it before, but yeah, about the presidency thing, I've always thought, well, I'll just take advice, and that way I can do whatever I want, and hopefully if I get into office, that'd be the proper seat, I think, and just, you know, if nothing else, just be a voice out there that keeps everybody in check. But I want everybody to be able to vote democratically and have it count for a meaningful part of the ballot. Otherwise, just get rid of those congressmen. Just make it 100% Democratic. I think it'd be fun for everybody if they participated in whatever events they could sign up for, you know. Just do the ones you want and leave it, you know. Yeah, I was telling the tattoo guy, laser removal guy, that I don't think this tattoo removal is working because I think it requires godly powers. And I guess I thought godly powers would work on me by now. So maybe we could try another transplant to see if that would work. But I got a feeling it's not going to work. And I figured at some point along the way it would change. Stuff smells good, man. These seeds you smash up, boy, they smell good. Oh God Almighty! Is this got some stuff for fragrance therapy? Aromatherapy. Wow, does that smell good, man? Oh man. Man, does that smell good? Oh, wow. Boy, I got sleepy. sniffing that stuff. Got 3 piles there.